Hi, hello, dear students. Welcome to online classes, Mangalore University Digital Learning. In our last session, I discussed about the complete summary as well as the themes and important factors in chapter 7. Now, I will continue with the same chapter, especially dealing with the essays on themes and the analysis. So, as we have seen that this novel, Animal Farm, is prescribed for Mangalore University third semester BA students, additional English. Okay, now today we will discuss about the themes. The themes, as we have noticed in the Animal Farm, especially these three, themes are ruling throughout the Animal Farm, undoubtedly. Especially the propaganda is there, how propaganda beautifully works inside the hypocrisy as well as the cruelty of Napoleon and Squealer, and the principles of animalism that is nowhere you could see in this chapter. They were about to destroy the songs, especially the Beasts of England. They were, Napoleon wanted to replace that song. And tyranny and terror, obviously the bloodshed, as we have seen in this particular chapter. Most of the hens were killed, and the pigs were killed without having any mercy on them by the hypocritical and treacherous Napoleon dogs. See the propaganda which works so beautifully in this novel. Napoleon does not want the human to realize that the animals are starving. Actually, there is a starvation inside the animal farm. As he did not prepare the animals pretty well for the upcoming winter, there was a starvation. The animals are running out of food, and he wanted to keep that secret inside the animal farm only. He doesn't want to spread that rumor, I mean that fact, outside the animal farm. Especially he requested before Wimper. And during this major shortage at the end of January, Napoleon avoids making appearances in public, and he decides to hide himself in the private places. He does not want to be, appear himself before the public, especially before other animals. With that, the other animals have got the kind of a suspicion on Napoleon. Squealer manages this show, entire show, with the convince of the animals that whereas they remember Snowball fighting heroically at the battle of the cowshed. He changed that concept. Especially he managed to say that concept in a very different manner, in a different way. He twisted the truth by showing false document, and he had shown some false document related to battle of cowshed. And all the animals, they were started to think a rebellious nature towards the Snowball. As Squealer describes Snowball's covered eyes, and he was not a covered eyes. In fact, he had managed to say, to tell that Snowball is a covered in the battle of cowshed. And Napoleon's imagery, bravery, in such detail that it seems to the animal they do remember these things. Especially Napoleon was not at all a brave at all in the Battle of Cowshed. He was nowhere on screen, and he recreated that screen. Especially with that scene, Napoleon bans the songs of England and replaces it with a new song praising the glories of animal. And since Squealer explains that the Beasts of England is outdated now, because it was a song wishing for freedom. Now all the animals have got their freedom. No need to continue that song as their most important song, the Beasts of England. They try to replace the song with some other song. Some of the other animals might have protested, but the sheep, Napoleon's most devoted followers, start bleeding. Four legs good and two legs bad, over and over again and again, put an end to the discussion of this particular issue. And the principles of animalism, that is also completely destroyed in this particular chapter, with the despotic attempts of Napoleon's and cruel ruling of his leadership. Napoleon's dogs, slaughter a large number of animals in which they did not expect. This is the first time anyone has broken the rule that no animal shall kill another animal. There is a rule, and this rule is completely broken in the hands of Napoleon with the presence of his terrific dogs. Up to now, not even a rat has been killed. The change of song, like the Beasts of England to nowhere it is going to be a song of animal farm. Especially, it is a part of the change from old majors' original ideas of freedom to the pigs of own agenda. Tyranny and terror obviously will be there with the battle of where you could notice the bloodshed the bloodshed of pigs, and we can clearly see how successful Napoleon's and squealer techniques are. The condemned animals confess to non-existent crimes. They were confessed themselves, not at all supposed to confess themselves non-existing crimes, almost as horrifying as the executions were happening inside the animal farm. The fact that although the farm animals are terrified by the slaughter, they believe that the victims were traitors. We see other techniques in this chapter supposed to tell that sabotage is used again as a pretext by Napoleon to remove his opposition. His tactics also worked so beautifully, especially he tried to occupy the seat of Snowball, where the Snowball has in connection with Mr. Pilkington as well as Mr. Frederick. He was working in favor of them. He created that kind of a story in the animal farm. By that, the animals have the kind of regretfulness and rebellious nature towards Snowball. When he negotiates with Frederick, Snowball is said to be living with Mr. Pilkington. And finally, we will have, these are all the different essays of themes we will have a look at in this particular chapter. And now we will have an analysis how this chapter has got a lot of, links and the resemblances with some other characters which are there at the time of Russian Revolution. See, Napoleon begins to shelter himself from public scrutiny and makes a squealer and the dogs do his dirty work. This corresponds with Stalin's habit of being a figure in the shadows. See what the Stalin used to do. That is exactly Napoleon did in the animal form. Stalin gave orders from the comfort of his office, while the propagandists and the secret police the squealer and his followers, they were completely followed the commands of the Stalin. Then the negotiations over the timber represent Stalin's export of the products of heavy industry. Napoleon's waffling between Pilkington and Mr. Frederick also mirrors Stalin's caution in dealing with foreign nations. Meanwhile, in order to distract the animals from their hardship and frustration, Napoleon increases the amount of propaganda on animal farm. It is obviously there in every move of Squealer as well as Napoleon. Squealer is the agent as usual, cultivates the idea that the Snowball is lurking on the perimeter of animal farm and plotting mischief against all the animals. Napoleon also makes a personal and very public show of claiming to smell Snowball's scent all around the farm, which was not at all there. And he was claiming that Snowball somewhere is present and hiding in some other places and watching all the activities, and he is the only person cause for all the distractions in the animal farm. By this personally investigating Snowball's whereabouts, Napoleon keeps himself tied to the greater good in the public's eyes. At once they feel frightened and also cared for, but they attribute the former feeling of Snowball and the latter to Napoleon. See, we are observing most important factor in this particular chapter, especially Boxer unwittingly gives the Squealer the idea when he protects the Squealer's revision of Snowball's heroism. Only after Boxer challenges him does Squealer first warn the animals that Snowball's secret agents have infiltrated their ranks. Here, Orwell satirizes Stalin's intensification of fear tactics with Napoleon. In Stalin's Soviet Union, people of every gender, age, and profession were suspected of treachery. What you could see inside the animal farm under the leadership of Napoleon. And many were forced to confess to things they did not do. That is what absolutely happened, where the pigs, the hens, and some other animals, they confessed actually they did not do any harm and they did not do any crime, all in the name of keeping the public subdued by fear. At the Terror, the first organized attempt to stamp out anti-communist sentiment in the Soviet Union was Lenin's prerogative. Therefore, it is predated Trotsky and Stalin's debates as well as the Trotsky's expulsion. It stands to reason that Orwell skips over the Red Terror in order to assign all terrorist activity tactics to Napoleon. Napoleon's execution assembly represents the Moscow trials and the Great Purge, Stalin's widespread campaign to suppress any and all dissent in the Soviet Union. So, just we will have a notice about this particular chapter. There is a complete representation of Stalinism in the leadership of Napoleon. That is what we could see inside the animal farm pretty clearly, with these despotic rules and treacherous plans up against Snowball with the help of Squealer. See, in conclusion, I'll be talking about what are the most important factors you have to remember in this particular chapter. The Whigs form a dictatorship even more oppressive and heartless than that of their former human masters. See, the pigs are noticing the kind of a dictatorship. I mean, they are identified with the dictatorship rather than the human beings, human masters. What they've suffered a lot in their hands. Old amendments are go on changing and becoming opposite to the old one. The all old amendments finally they changed. The beasts of England changed, the leadership changed, and the treachery was happening. The bloodshed had happened, which was not at all expected. They creates the terror in animals. The animals' condition become worse and worse day by day. You can see the complete out of control of the animal farm, where the animals are suffering like anything else. The animals are debating whether or not they are better off now than they were under Jones rule. See, they were in a kind of a confusion and a dilemma. All the animals, obviously, no doubt about it, whether they are in a right way or in a wrong way. We see this specter of famine and hence revolt. See, the famine was happened inside this chapter, and hence revolt was also happened just because of refusing their eggs to sell. Animals suffering a lot. Language and education now, now questionable at the end of this chapter. Napoleon's tyranny and terror started to work inside the animal farm. With this, I will conclude my session. I hope you understood the concept pretty clearly. Thank you very much. Happy reading. Stay safe.